Guys, Sussex Squad. Oh my god, first of all, let me just say this. I'm still not on my game with responding to you guys' comments and emails and messages, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I feel so horrible. It is not that I have abandoned you, it's just that I have been incredibly busy. Like, I just way busier than I had even predicted. And so I'm here, I love you. I am acknowledging you. I'm here. I haven't gone anywhere and I'm not going anywhere. I love you guys so much. Okay, with that being said, and I'm going to try to get better with that, y'all. With that being said, so I feel like we got a wrist slapping underway. I feel like a wrist slapping is coming. And the thing with the senior royals, the things with the senior royals who are back, in the UK, I feel like I've said this before in other videos, they don't just come out and say stuff. They don't pick up the phone and call Harry and say, I want to talk. Some stuff has been on my mind. Can we talk? They don't send out press releases like, the Dutch royal family, for example, and just says, "Hey, I'm supporting my people." They don't do that stuff. So, I have an article here from LBC, and it's talking about the Invictus Games. Everybody's talking about the Invictus Games. It's coming up, and I have a feeling next month, when that happens, I have a feeling that King Charles has something in mind, some sort of wrist slapping. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I feel like Frogmore Cottage was a wrist slap, and I feel like we got another one coming. So listen to this article. It is entitled Prince Harry and Meghan Markle set for first joint public appearance since New York paparazzi chase. And this is by Will Taylor. This is from August 18th, 2023. It says Harry and Meghan are set to make their first joint appearance since they were in a chase with paparazzi in New York. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex will be alongside each other for the Invictus Games in Dusseldorf next month. So let me just go ahead and say here, I'm kind of like, thank goodness they're going to be in Dusseldorf. Sorry. I'm like, thank goodness they're going to be in Dusseldorf, because I kind of feel like since they're going to be there, their security is going to be cool. I feel like it's going to be good. I feel like New York was just already a recipe for disaster. Thank goodness that they were fast on their feet and they were good on their toes. It says Harry will give a farewell speech at the closing ceremony on September 16th, and he will pay tribute to the entrant's unwavering spirit and impressive recovery journey. This is why we love him. If you guys haven't seen it, check out my video talking about the Better Up conference. Prince Harry was amazing, and the Better Up conference was amazing. I'm so glad that we've got people, foot soldiers down in the trenches helping alongside. It's like that saying that a leader doesn't just sit on his throne, cracking the whip on slaves, telling them to do the work. The leader goes down into the trenches with them. And Prince Harry has been advocating for people's mental health. And I'm just so, I'm so proud of it. I'm so there for it. It says he said the tournament will be the best ever and is nervous and excited about it. Meghan will host a life story segment focusing on the heroism shown by injured military personnel competing in the games. Now, let me just say this. I feel like the UK has a tendency to do something, and I got to make this clear. We cannot forget that Britain is like Great Britain. Great Britain is literally the ones who invented I tell you what to do. I control you. You slave, me master. You do what the heck I say. Like, just because it's more quiet today doesn't mean that they're not masters at that game, okay? And I just feel like everything since 2017, but definitely since 2020 that they've done has been calculated. It has been emotionally unintelligent, and it seems like it's come from a place of vindictiveness. I can't get how tax-paid enterprises and institutions can behave this way. It's so very tone deaf. But I feel like we've been witnessing a lot of subtle manipulations and little thrashings and whipping. So I feel like, with that being said, narcissists, and in this case, the narcissist again is the entirety of the UK royal family, and the victims are Harry and Meghan and their little family, plus Doria. We could argue that the Markles also are too, but they're kind of like flying monkey victims, you know. Narcissists do not like when, first of all, I gotta break this down. The Invictus Games, things like the Invictus Games, things like Meghan Markle's devotion towards girls and women and education of children, Prince Harry and his care for military and soldiers and mental health. Those were cares, those were passions of theirs that were there before the royal family. They came to those things perhaps as a result of their environments, but pretty much independently. Those were their passions. You know, it's like me. Visual arts is my calling. It's what I love. I like to create, whether that be through my actual job, you know, marketing and advertising, or whether that be through my hobbies, painting and illustration. But I mean, it doesn't necessarily matter that my parents sent me to an arts-based elementary school. Doesn't necessarily matter that I decided to go to a liberal arts university for my undergrad. You know, those places, those institutions didn't make me. They didn't make me. Like, the spark for creativity was already there. That was my interest, that was my passion. Now, that's not to diminish that what I received from those. I went to an art-based elementary school, an art high school, and a liberal arts college. Had some of the best teachers, best educators, you know, that I could break down into praise right now. I could tell you how many amazing educators helped get me to where I am today. But at the same time, those educators and institutions can't go and say, we made Najwa. No. I am Najwa. This is me. This is me. Prince Harry and Meghan, I feel like they have faced this thing that most victims of narcissistic abuse have faced, where the narcissist, maybe they did help out in some way to get you where you are, but they didn't create you. But in the narcissist's mind, they created you. So when you go and you're no longer in contact with them, you're no longer associating with them, you're just going on your own. You're doing it the way that you want to do it. You're putting your precedents down. The narcissist hates that. They hate it. They hate it. And so I just feel like, and this is the other senior royals, the UK, the firm, you know, the people who help run that institution, they are people, you know, they're people, and they're also people who are doing their job. So I don't want to put that down in any way. People are people. People have a duty to do, and that's all good and well. But to just look at how they never really release statements in a way to say, you know, really, we're here for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They've consistently done things like kicking them out of Frogmore Cottage, like getting rid of their security when they're in the UK, even though they face death threats. Like basically putting out through all of these spokespeople that they hated the Oprah interview, that they hated their Prince Harry's memoir. It's more like covering up of your bad behavior than necessarily helping someone. It's not compassionate. It's not loving. It doesn't show family to us. It's not about family, right? And many of you say that in the comments all the time. You're like, this is not a family. This is a business. Some of you guys may say this is a mafia. I love you guys. You say what I don't have the cojones to say. But, you know, basically, no. The firm did not make Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, or Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. That spark of life was already there. And if you had a really loving parent, if you had really loving parents, if you had a supportive family and not a dysfunctional one, a loving family, one based on encouragement and commitment and compassion, they would be really putting that down. I wish a really long time ago we would have seen the firm truly, truly taking a stance on mental health and systemic racism. I wish we would have seen them donating to some charities or forming some charities on their own. Releasing some initiatives around mental health and racism. It really, really would have put down a statement. It really, really would have. And all this, hoopla about they don't get involved into initiatives like that. If they would have basically just go ahead and change the rules, because they change the rules a lot. I mean, we've seen it. They've changed the rules on other things, so why not this? In my mind, it's all wrist slapping. It's like I'm punishing you for walking away, but keeping the things that I gave you. Keeping your interest in the military, keeping your charity towards women, towards mental illness. I'm punishing you. I'm slapping your wrist for you thinking you can go it without me. I made you. And that's what I'm getting. So the article goes on to say they'll be joined by Rita Ora, who said she was so excited to help out with the games. It is the first time they will appear together in public since their chase in New York in May, when they claimed they were relentlessly pursued by photographers. Police in New York said while the photographers made transportation challenging, there were no reported collisions, summonses, injuries, or arrests in regards, but it was super scary, as we talked about. If you haven't seen my video on that, go check it out. The pair appeared at the 2017 Games, their first public appearance, and in 2018, Meghan gave a speech to thank competitors. Harry has already released the trailer for his Heart of Invictus documentary ahead of the Games. Earlier this month, it emerged that the couple who stepped back from being full-time royals in 2020 had their HRH titles quietly dropped from the royals' website. As a part of the agreement that saw Harry and Meghan step down as senior royals and leave the UK, the palace said they would not be allowed to use the title. Despite this, Harry and Meghan have often still been referred to in official documents as HRH, which stands for His Royal Highness or Her Royal Highness. Any mentions of HRH have now been stripped from Prince Harry's profile on the royal family's website. Okay? Wrist slap. I don't know exactly what the titles is, but to me it sounds like wrist slap. Wrist slap. Okay. So, next. This is from Celebrity. It says Prince Harry and King Charles might hold peace talks post-Invictus next month. The Dusseldorf Invictus Games are being held from September 9th through the 16th. Maybe we'll do some sort of coverage on that on this channel, like we did for the I'm like working out the details in my head of like maybe like we did for the coronation. Let me go. If you guys want that, let me know what you think. Prince Harry is due to arrive in Germany probably a few days before the Games, and the Duchess of Sussex is scheduled to arrive halfway through the Games, and she will have a role in the closing ceremony. My assumption is that Harry and Meghan will leave Germany together and head home to California. Not so fast, says Buckingham Palace. Harry's dog SHIT is trying to attack. This is not my words. This is celebrity. Is trying to attach himself to Harry's Invictus storyline. What I just say, y'all. Apparently, there are rumors that Charles wants Harry and Harry alone to fly to London for peace talks on September 17th. Keep in mind, Prince William is due to visit New York on September 18th and 19th. Wrist slapping, wrist slapping, wrist slapping. Like, what else do you need to know? Prince Harry is coming on the 18th and the 19th. Prince William is going on the 18th and the 19th. Go talk to your brother, okay? Then again, the same othering that's been happening from the very beginning is still happening. Meghan ain't a part of this. We don't want to deal with her. We don't want to see her. You know, it's like there's a smell of dog boo-boo in their nose every time they even think about her. If that right there don't say institutional racism, I don't know what it is. Like Listen, you're never ever gonna get Prince Harry to really, really trust you until you accept the woman that he loves. Anyone with any modicum of emotional intelligence would understand that. But it's not only wrist slapping for Prince Harry. You know, pulling the HRH titles off the website is, well, pulling their HRH titles in general is wrist slapping primarily geared towards Prince Harry, I think, and it's Meghan Markle by way of Prince Harry. But this invitation to fly from Dusseldorf to London, you know, you can't go there. Why can't you go there? First of all, like, you as a parent, you should go there and support your kid. But the fact that he's like, no, you come here. He's summoning. Let me summon you here to me. You come here. That right there is a wrist slap to Meghan. You come here to me and don't bring that woman with you. That's what it says. That's what it says. So, the article says it's still absolutely insane that Charles, the entire effing family, thinks they can just deal with Harry and never speak directly to Meghan. Harry has made it perfectly clear that Meghan deserves an apology and that he prioritizes Meghan over his garbage family. And they're still stuck in the mindset of, if we just get him alone, we can manipulate him into coming back or agreeing to our terms. Wrist slapping. Anyway, considering Buckingham Palace 1 year anniversary PR, I don't think this is actually happening whatsoever. The palace is making it clear that Charles is fine with a permanent estrangement with the Sussexes. Blah, 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 with the Sussexes. He's not going out of his way to schedule this. And again, by all accounts, Harry and Meghan will leave Germany together after the games. P.S. Remember when we learned in Spare that Harry and Meghan were actually in England way earlier last summer than previously believed? Harry took Meghan to Althorp to Diana's grave for the anniversary of Diana's death. I wonder if Harry has timed out a low-key visit to Althorp during this trip too. You know, that right there wouldn't surprise me, honestly, because, you know, they need to prioritize their lives. They need to prioritize their safety and also just their well-being, you know, being able to do things that cultivate their best good. But at the same time, they've been burned once, twice, 3 billion times by the public, by the senior royals, by the UK, by the firm. So they're careful about what they disclose to people, as I think they should be. I think they should stay on that, be as discreet as they can, and protect those sacred family type things when they can. But yeah, I'm getting major wrist slapping vibes. I think that the other senior royals need to go against the grain and go against, because like when I look at the way that King Charles operates, it seems like he's operating on counsel of like dozens of people and like some of his closest advisors. I really do. Like, I feel like those senior royals are like puppets. Like, they're really not pulling the strings. They are to a certain extent, but I think that the whole institution of it all is pulling the strings. And I think it's time for them to take back some power. Dude, you are the king of an entire nation. Even the average person in today's day and age, it takes a whole lot of courage to go against the grain and to speak up for what's right and to speak up for the underdog. Like, on the king level, I can't even imagine what that's like, but you can do it. Charlie boy, we believe in you. You can do it. Please, you are the king of an entire effing nation, as Celebrity said. You can do it. Like, please, please. He can't have peace between the woman he loves and his family. Like, if you really love him, make it right. I know it hurts him so much that he can't have peace between the woman he loves and his family. Make it right, Charles. Make it right. But I don't have much expectation of that, and I don't think that the Sussexes do either. But what we can do is keep praying for them and keep supporting them. You know, there are forces at hand that want to undermine everything that they do from now on. Because it's like we said, the narcissist, they want to say, I made you and I can destroy you. Let's make it clear to the successes, we got your back. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. If you're new here, go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button. Hit that bell so you know whenever I post a video. Please, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We want to have you in our little community. We love you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.